Okay, shown here we've got the graph of y equals 5 on x minus 2. It's got an asymptote at x equals 2. Just something interesting to note there. The shaded region of the diagram is bounded by the lines x equals 3 and x equals 6. And we're going to take that and we're going to rotate it and find its volume. We're going around the x-axis, not the y-axis here. So straight away, I'd stop and say that my volume is pi of y squared with respect to x. Okay, and that's going to be between 6 and 3. Right, well I know if y equals 5 on x minus 2, well that simply means that y squared equals 5 squared on x minus 2 squared, or 25 x minus 2 to the negative 2. Look, I've gone straight into index form simply because I know I'm going to be integrating. So therefore my volume is going to be pi between 6 and 3 of 25 x minus 2 to the negative 2 with respect to x. Okay, let's go and find that primitive there. Leave that pi out the front there, and we'll end up with 25 x minus 2 to the minus 1. Now, nice thing here is that we really don't have to do a whole lot with this reverse chain rule. Now I'm going to be dividing by the new power, negative 1, and by the coefficient of x, 1, and still between 6 and 3 there. What we end up with is still our pi. Okay, it's negative 25 on x minus 2 between 6 and 3. Okay, so that was, I'm just going to rewrite it again, it's pi between of negative 25 on x minus 2 between 6 and 3. Alright, good. So let's go substitute this in here. What we end up with is minus 25 on 6 minus 2 minus 25 on 3 minus 2. Okay, getting this up a little bit here. Minus, I'm going to go and say minus gives me a positive, and that's 25 on 1. So I've got 25 minus 25 on 4. And what we end up with there is 75 pi on 4. It is a volume, so it is units cubed or cubic units. In some way mention that it's cubic units because it is a volume. Main thing I take away, look, it's actually it's about a question 7 difficulty in an HSC paper, but I really don't think it's that difficult as far as a mathematics paper goes. You're given the function with y as the subject. You have to square both sides and just simply perform the integration process well. And then with our negative signs here, really, if you muddled them up and you got these guys here wrong, you'd end up with a negative answer, and you'd stop and go, hold on, I've had to have made a mistake here, and you'd go back and check. Simply putting this here into a calculator will get you down to here. Obviously, it won't work by putting in pi. So I would suggest putting all this into your calculator. That'll give you 75 on 4. So you go and say 75 on 4 times pi is 75 pi on 4. Exact answer is better. So leave it as an exact answer unless asked. Okay, if it says to 2 decimal places, 3 significant figures, whatever, do as you are asked to do. But otherwise, leave it as an exact answer.